In this video, I am going to show you how to access FRISCO and navigate the consumer page piece of FRISCO as a provider. So the first thing you are going to want to do is reach out to your program manager if you haven't already, and ask that they give you a FRISCO account. They may have done this already as part of the onboarding process. Um, but they will be able to log into FRISCO and create an account for you. And then an email will be sent to your account from FRISCO asking you to register. So here's the email. It's from noreply@careerandcareservices.com. This email should be sent instantly. So if you haven't gotten this and you think you should have, it might be in your junk mailbox, so check there. Also check in with your program manager and make sure that they sent it to the right email address. So you just click this register button within the email. And go ahead and type a password. Okay, success. Click here to log in. Okay, so before you do anything right here, I would go ahead and just bookmark this website because it seems like it tends to get lost kind of in the shuffle because it's kind of a weird website for a lot of people to remember. It's just login.careerandcareservices.com, even though it's really FRISCO. So since you'll be accessing this relatively frequently, go ahead and bookmark this site before you do anything. Once you've done that, click login. Okay, and your screen should look something like this. Should be consumers on the left and then settings, screening tools, something separate. But you should have access to at least one individual, and should be the individuals that you support in your homes. So for this video, I just made a fake individual to show you what the process looks like. So you would actually click the person anywhere in here is fine, and it will bring you over to their information page. So this has all kinds of information. It's essentially a replacement of the fact sheet that we used to do previously. If you were a provider or have been a provider with us for longer than a year, we used to do something called a fact sheet, and all this information was on there. So now it's on FRISCO. It includes characteristics, identifying marks, languages, diet, allergies, diagnosis, certain medications that they would be on. This is obviously just gibberish right now, but in here it would have you listed as the provider, host home provider, or family caregiver, your contact information, guardian information, IDT information. So your KCS program manager should be in here, as well as the case manager. Some other IDT members might be in here as well. Medical contact information is where the individual's primary care physician should be listed, as well as their dentist, any other doctors that they visit regularly, as well as their preferred hospital. So this information is good to have just on hand, but really the purpose of this video and what I wanted to show you was how to actually upload documents to FRISCO and some of the limitations behind that. So over here you'll see folders, and you'll see all these different folders. You have access to all of these folders, but you don't have access to upload to each of these folders. So say guardianship, for example. I can click guardianship, and there's just nothing in here. There's no option for me to do anything in here, right? Same with all of these folders except for one folder. So one folder in here, the provider drop-in folder, is where you can access the upload button from here. Okay, so if I click that, I can then drop in a file in here. That file has to be a PDF, and but you can literally just drag and drop it. This won't work because this is just a folder. But if this was a PDF, I'll just drag it over here and drop it in there. Okay, or I can click this, and it will bring up all of the folders that I have on my computer, and I can select a file that way. Okay, if I go to say I'm just at this screen and I can't remember how to do all that weird stuff, I can just click upload right here and do the same thing, which is probably easier. Within each of these folders, there should be information. So some of this information is important to you as well, and you should have access to all of this. So if you don't have access to any of these folders, and keep in mind this should be a replica of the consumer home book that you may have had in your home at one point. If you started with KCS in the last few months, you don't have a consumer home book. All of your files are just on here. But for those of you that have been with KCS a while, remember the consumer home book and files being put in those every end of month meeting and reviewed. So all of those files should be in here. So you should be able to go back and see, oh, I don't remember if I did progress notes for a certain month or something. You could go back into consumer monitoring and then monthly progress notes, and then you can see all the different progress notes that have been completed right in here. So you can see if you're missing one. You can also go back and see things like fire drills, know if you're due for a fire drill, billing record. You can go into see an individualized service and support plan in here, so a behavior plan, an ISSP. You can look at the IP. So all of this information should be in here and should be up to date. Some folders may not have up-to-date information, or they may not have anything, and that is typically okay. But if there's something that you think might be missing that you have that KCS doesn't have on their end, feel free to reach out to your program manager and let them know, and maybe even upload that to the provider drop-in so your program manager knows how to access that file that you told them about. So that is how to access FRISCO and upload your files. So yeah, we look forward to making some more videos on instructions on how to actually use FRISCO as we develop it further. It's a work in progress, so as we start to roll out more features, we will be doing more of these videos that will hopefully be helpful to many of you navigating FRISCO.